obviously there's things that we need to fix, but I think that I can say that every week, but saw some improvements, some areas, but definitely need to be better in order for us to, have a better chance of winning. So looking forward to having Wisconsin come to our home this weekend, and the top 10 team coming to our stadium, and so got to move on and fix the issues and get on to the next opponent. So looking forward to that game. Questions?
One of the things Corbin said was the team needs to start faster, start quicker. What needs to happen? What needs to happen for that to be the case?
Just everything positive, I guess. Just taking care of the football and getting some stops, and so that's basically what it comes down to. I don't think it's anything that just takes a little bit more concentration and not really. I don't think it's really that easy to answer. Just everyone's trying to start fast and finish strong. So just keep doing what we're at right now, and obviously we need to, we just need to be more productive on the offensive side. That's what it comes down to.
Do you believe you saw some encouraging things with the offense, with how they were able to finish?
Yeah, the only thing that was really big negative were the turnovers. We're going against a really good team that I thought they played a smart game, and we saw some things that was there and we didn't take advantage of, So but everybody's saying that. I think you look at hypotheticals; it's really dangerous, I'm pretty sure Kyle's saying that he wishes they would have scored touchdowns instead of field goals. And we're sitting there saying that we played solid red zone defense in the first half, and holding that team to one touchdown was good. But we had some opportunities to make some bigger plays, and quarterback was really elusive and escaped a lot of what would have been sacks, things like that. And so we didn't create enough disruption on the defensive side, and they gave up a couple of really big plays that turned into points for them. So just got to improve as a group and as a team. I thought the special teams played pretty well, covered well. We went against their kickoff returner is a dynamic returner, and so is Booby at punt return. So being able to keep those guys from being flipping the field and giving them a huge advantage was good for our defense to make them earn it. So there's a lot of positives, but also there's a lot of things that we can fix, and that we look forward to doing that this weekend.
When you hired Ty, what were the qualities that you admired and wanted him to utilize in that job as offensive coordinator? And how have you been impressed in how he's handled some of the challenges that he's faced so far this year? I
think it's difficult. Everybody wants to score now and score a lot of points, and so you look at what we're trying to build here as a program, and I understand that patience is not my best virtue either. So I want to be good, and I want to win now, and I want to score a lot of points and stop people from scoring, and that's just, you're never really satisfied, as a coach, and I don't think we are as a program either. We just need to just keep working at it, and I think that what Ty does well is he knows what his talent is at, and trying to get the best out of our players. But if things don't work well, then you adjust and you move on to other things, whether it's players or scheme or a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things that we can do as an offense that we did that with Taysom last year, utilizing his ability to run, and then we got under center a bunch and fed Jamal the ball. So obviously we have, those guys aren't here anymore, but we have some strengths on our offense, and not trying to tip our hand, but there's some guys that give us an advantage and a mismatch, so we have to take advantage of that stuff.
You talked very positively about how Ula played on Saturday. Mm-hmm. What can the fact that he's healthy do for this offense as it looks to jumpstart?
Well, I think he's just an aggressive runner, so you saw a little bit of that, and it's hard to bring him down. He's heavy and he's big, but Wisconsin, who likes power running backs, they signed him, so that's a compliment to him. But we have running backs that can do it too. They just I think maybe some of the run plays that we did and scheme-wise were more beneficial in other spots, and we just have to adjust some things and be more efficient and be better as an offense and be better as a team, and that's in all three phases. And so we'll try to find out what we can hang our hat on and get our identity. You hate saying that after 3 games, but we need to establish that quickly because we're losing games, and you don't like trying to figure things out while you're losing. It's easier when you win the games, but I thought our defense played extremely hard and created an opportunity for us to win the game at the end. And in order for us to have a better rate of success, all three phases have to be clicking, and we're a better team if all three are working well.
You mentioned that Wisconsin likes the power backs. What else is about Wisconsin football? What comes to mind when you think of the program?
Well, they're big guys, and they, Barry Alvarez has been there forever, so his influence in the program with the power run game. I believe they had a running back that went for 200 last week and another one that went for 100. So that kind of tells you what they hang their hat on, So it's going to be a slugfest in the trenches, and they're a big group, and so we're looking forward to the matchup and looking forward to redeeming ourselves from the last 2 weeks.
Did you watch the Utah State game, Coach? I mean, the Aggies
Yeah.
learned that when they turn it on, they turn it on, and they can prolong it for a long time.
Yeah, and Utah State has some success early, but it's a long game, and so Wisconsin they kept doing what they're good at and didn't give up on it. And defensively, I thought they played a sound game with their technique. I mean, they lost a lot of guys that went to the league, and they're able to replace them. That's what great teams do. And so we're expecting a really good team. They're ranked in the top 10 I assume they're still ranked in the top 10, but they're ranked in the top 10 for a reason. And it's just good to have them at home, So we'll see how much of an advantage it could be for us. I was really happy and excited about the fans, last on Saturday night. And I think they gave us a lot of lift, and they gave us an advantage. But hopefully they can give us the same thing this weekend.
How big is that they're coming here? I don't think they come to Mountain Time Zone very often at all.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I hope they like the mountains up here, So, we're looking forward to playing them here, and just having them in our stadium is going to be fun.
Does it help kind of getting past a really emotional game like last Saturday with a top 10 opponent coming in? Does it kind of help sort of move forward, I guess?
Yeah, you kind of have to. I think I remember, a lot of coaches used to call it the rivalry hangover, and it takes a lot out of you, but you kind of just have to move on. It's big time football now. With the game being this early, you have to move on to the next week. I've been part of teams where you lose it and then it hurts you the next week, and you win it and it still hurts you the next week. So it's nice that great teams coming in, they capture your attention. And so as much as the game hurt last week, it's nice to have something to look forward to right away. And that's a good distraction, I guess. But there are some things that we need to fix and address, and you just don't skip over the things that cost us the game.
Do you have a preference on Tanner playing under center or in the shotgun at all?
Yeah, we looked at that. I think that for a lot of the power run game, under center is more of an advantage for us. But there's other things that we can do. Quarterbacks nowadays are more comfortable in the gun. That's what everybody. That's how old I am. Back in the day, that was shotgun was hard. Centers are more comfortable snapping balls than they are, in the gun, than rather under his butt. So, maybe in my lifetime they'll switch again. Who knows? Because everything revolves. It goes in phases. Skinny jeans and bell bottoms are back. I guess. So we'll see what happens. But we have to. You can't just force an identity. If guys aren't comfortable doing something, then you have to work with them a little bit too. But if you want to play in the NFL as a quarterback, you got to do both. And this is called pro style for a reason. So, but we want to win games too. So all I care about is getting a W this weekend, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win.
Coach, you said all three phases need to be clicking. Would you consider the defensive phase the bright spot so far? They have been keeping teams out of the end zone.
Yeah, I mean that's been. I mean it's not perfect, but you hate to praise one and then just crap on the other one. But let's be honest, they've been doing really good, and they're the reasons why special teams and defense is why we had an opportunity to win the game. Right, and the turnovers. Whenever you turn the ball over 3 times, and to hold a team to 19 points, that's as good as it can get, and to have to play in the short fields, and I believe we lost time of possession, had to defend more plays, and so that's not our game plan to win, but the chance that the fact that we had a chance to win at the end, it's why we didn't kick an onside kick. We try to pooch the ball in and give us a chance to have it bounce, sideways or whatever it can do. It's a funny shaped ball, so hopefully it'll work for us. And that was probably one of the negatives, other than the missed field goal. That we kicked that one out of bounds. But the cover teams I was really pleased with, kickoff cover and punt cover, because they're really dynamic returners. I mean, Utah has some really gifted guys that can catch the ball and run, and they've shown that in the past. And so I think maybe special teams was a little bit of a wash, but they played as well as I would imagine, and defense played better than I mean, they had to respond back, and force some plays, but they're never happy, and they're not just hanging the hat on that they gave us a chance to win. They're in there trying to figure out ways to make sure that we have a better chance to win, and that's what we're trying to do as a group.
On Saturday, you were asked if there was changes that need to be made, and you said to get back to you on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Get back
recognize
to me
any
on
changes that
Saturday.
need to be made?
No, you'll see them. So everything's open. I mean, this competition is always open, and so nothing's set in stone, And so everything has to be competitive, and we play the best guys. And depending on who the opponent, this being Wisconsin, and depending on injuries and all this other stuff that works into football, we will compete, and the best guys will play. And the goal is to win games, and sometimes feelings get hurt. That's just part of the deal. If guys don't want to compete, then they should probably not come here.
Tanner came up limping on the final play of that game. Is he all right? Did you get it?
Yeah, nothing confirmed yet on any of the injuries. We have guys that, I've said it before, I'm not going to really mention injuries other than the season ending. So until we can get more confirmation, it being Monday and we don't do anything on Sunday besides go to church, right? So that's, it's hard to get a confirmation on it being, only around noon or so.
Last question.
Mike, is he going to?
Hanneman?
Is he going to play this Saturday?
Yeah, he'll play. He'll play. So when you miss the first half, it goes a lot into just even getting a guy warmed up and all that stuff. And just we felt really good with our safeties and the way that they're playing and the rotation that we had. And it's unfortunate. It's just, we look forward to him being back this weekend and getting in the mix and competing for a starting spot. But I thought Tanner Jacobson and Austin Lee did a good job of filling in. And Zane Anderson was pretty solid as a starting safety.